Hey lovelies! So today I'm going to be doing a faceless cozy Q&A to celebrate hitting 200 subscribers. So you guys chose for me to do a Q&A, so that is what I'm doing. I'm going to be answering all the questions you guys have been asking, and let's get into it. So I actually just put everything into this like strawberry sugar jar, and I'm going to be just pulling them out of here randomly. So the first question is, what made you decide to create a YouTube channel? Do you have any set goals with it? So I decided to create this YouTube channel kind of out of pure boredom. And I also just loved watching study with me's and study content, aesthetic type of content while doing my work. And so I decided to do it myself, and that's what I've been doing. I also like watching vlogs, and so that's why I do some of those too. Do you have any set goals with it? One of my goals is just to get monetized so that I can have like some side income later on. I don't really need a lot of money right now, but maybe when I'm in college I might need some. So the next question is crochet with me content. This is by my bestie wrote this one. Yes, I will be doing more crochet content in the future. I'm actually learning to knit right now, so I am going to be focusing on learning that, but I definitely will be making more crochet with me content, especially with you. Me and Lucina have been working on a video that we need to publish, so that will be out there soon. The next question: what type of content do you want to make in the future? I still love making vlogs and study with me's because they're just like really easy to put together, and they actually motivate me, because if I see that other people like watching the content, I am more motivated to do it. And for study with me specifically, it actually, forces me to study whether I like it or not. So I am still studying and making content as a combo. And then vlogs, a lot of the vlogs I do study vlogs. That really does also make me study, so I do like making those. I might start branching out, making more crochet content, more crafts too. I do have a lot of crafts that I do, I just haven't made videos about them. And yeah, I think that's mostly what I want to do. I don't know, you guys let me know. Is there anything you guys want to see from me? Next question. If you could be any animal, which would it be? That's an interesting question, actually. I really like cats, so I might actually just want to be a cat. They seem to have it really easy. They just sleep around and they eat, and they really don't do much besides being very curious. But I like cats, so I might want to be a cat. Next question. Favorite foods? I have so many foods that I just love. I obviously love pizza. That is a very delicious food. Another food that I like, this is something that's kind of a southern food that not a lot of people probably eat very often, but it is rice with gravy and like steak. It sounds kind of weird, but it's like brown gravy specifically, and then you mix it all together and it tastes really good. Another food I like is lasagna. I just love Italian food a lot. I also love making Italian food. I grew up eating a lot of Mexican food, so that's also one that I really like. Alright. Next. What grade are you in? I am in 11th grade. I am homeschooled, so I am kind of ahead of most people my age, and I'm also taking college classes. Do you have anger issues or trust issues? Oh, do I? Let me see. I don't know if I really have anger issues to the point of being violent. I don't, but I guess I can get irritated. I am very good at controlling my anger though. I kind of just like keep it to myself a lot of the time if I am angry, and then I just like listen to music. Trust issues? I mean, I don't specifically trust like people that I don't know. Like, if I don't know them, I don't typically trust them. People I know, though, I do trust. So I don't know if that's really trust issues or if I'm just specific. I don't know. What is your real name? That's a question that I'm not completely going to answer for privacy reasons. I will tell you my nickname. I'm not going to tell you my actual name, though. So my name is Corey, which is actually listed on my Instagram, so some of you may have already know that. But I don't really go by that online. I go by Rainleaf or Rainleaf X, EXE, whichever way you want to pronounce it. Just because, I don't know, I like that name better for online and YouTube. So I don't really like it when people call me that online. But now you know. Will this channel keep continuing to be as lovely as it already is? That is very sweet, and I think so. I'm pretty sure it will. I don't think I'm going to change my ways fairly soon, but I should be. Thank you. Where do you live? That is also a kind of specific question. I'm not going to answer that one either very well. I live in the United States. I'm not going to answer which state I live in, but I live in the United States, and so now you know what country I live in. If you could live inside any game/anime world for a day, where would you go? Definitely not Attack on Titan. That's a no. Definitely not Hunter x Hunter or Hunter x Hunter, however you want to pronounce it. For anime, I don't know. Not a super scary one just because I don't want to die immediately, especially since I would be a side character. For a game, the only game I really play is Genshin Impact. And so I guess that would be the one I would be inside, I guess. I don't really play a lot of games because I don't really have a lot of time. And then animes, I don't know. You could kill two birds with one stone by saying Sword Art Online because that's a game/anime. You're in a game in the anime. So maybe that would be the answer, I guess. Might not be a good idea. You die in that game, you die in real life. Next question. Do you prefer horror or drama? I think I prefer drama just because a lot of the horror movies aren't very scary. They're mostly funny, so if I want to laugh, I will say horror. But if I just want to chill, drama. What is your favorite fruit? Now, my favorite fruit to eat, that would probably be bananas or oranges or grapes. I like all of those very much. But my favorite fruit in general, strawberries. I mean, you should already know that. My entire room is decorated that way, and my channel, so strawberries probably would be the answer. Next question. What has been your favorite YouTube video that you have created so far? I think my favorite video was the Soft Girl Study With Me vlog, I think is what it was called, because I don't know, it just was kind of fun to make, and I got to do more than just study in it. I got to unbox, and I did a voiceover that wasn't the best, but yeah, it was kind of fun to make, so I think that's my favorite video. What is a recipe you love making when you cook? I really enjoy making lasagna and meatballs. Yeah, those are the ones that I love making the most. Lasagna and meatballs, yeah. Next question. If you could only take 4 things with you on a trip, what would it be? So I think 4 things I would take would be my phone, some clothes, my wallet, and my bestie, Lucina. Next question. What is your favorite aesthetic? My favorite aesthetic? I really like coquette and shoujo girl and softy kind of aesthetic, but all-time favorite is obviously strawberry themed aesthetic. Everything strawberry, red, pastel pink, like that is just everything. That is so adorable. That's my favorite aesthetic of all time. You share a lot of neat things in your videos. What do you collect? Well, I collect a lot of Sanrio, like Hello Kitty and Cinema Roll and all of the character stuff. And I also collect a lot of strawberry themed items. I have a strawberry themed pencil case, a desk mat. I painted my own tape dispenser. I have stuffed animals that I collect. I have a lot of stuffed animals, actually. You can't see, but like in a previous video, I did like a stuffed animals tour, and all up there, there's like a whole kingdom of stuffed animals up there, so I collect a lot of those. And stationery. I collect a lot of stationery. What's your dream job? So I am studying to go into medicine. So I think I want to be a doctor. So that's like my dream job, I guess. And next question. What's your favorite movie to watch? I have a lot of favorite movies. So there's obviously Mean Girls, Legally Blonde. Then there's some other ones that aren't as well known. There's Practical Magic that I used to watch a lot when I was younger. Mary Poppins is also one that I like. Everyone Loves Dirty Dancing. A lot of the cliche ones, I guess. Those ones. What is your favorite color? That's also kind of a question that is hard for me to answer just because I love a lot of colors. I like pastels a lot. So pastel, rainbow, I like all of those colors. I also like black because I do have two conflicting aesthetics sometimes. Sometimes I just like wearing all black and dark colors, and then sometimes I just love wearing pastels. So I like black, which I know some people are gonna say, that's not really a color, that's a shade or something, but yeah, I also like black. So what are you studying so that's a word vehemently? Why'd you give me such a hard word to pronounce? What are you studying so vehemently? I think that's how you say that. I actually looked it up yesterday and I forgot how to pronounce it already. So what am I studying with passion? I guess it's another way you could say that, right? So I am actually taking consumer mathematics because I have taken pre-algebra, algebra 1, and algebra 2, and plane geometry. So I'm just taking a kind of an easier math course for, an easy credit. So I'm taking consumer mathematics. I am taking chemistry, Spanish 2, because I already took Spanish 1, typing, New Testament for Bible class, English, obviously, and I'm also taking US history. So those are my classes right now. What are your current hobbies? I crochet. I make jewelry like flower beaded bracelets a lot. Actually, not that much right now, but I have made them before. I love doing my nails, which I'm taking a break for right now doing that because first of all, I cannot have long nails for my typing class. And secondly, I kind of over-cured my nails last time and gave my nail beds a bit of a burn. So they are still healing and I'm taking a big break from that just because I don't think it's the smart idea to do that anymore. Also love to draw, but I don't do it that often because I don't have a lot of time. To paint, I also don't do that very often. I think that's all that I can think of. Who is your favorite artist? Music artist. It's a hard question for me to answer because I love so much music. I love K-pop. As you may have already known, I like, G-Idol, Stray Kids, TXT. I have an entire playlist of music that I like that I can put in the description. I can also link my Spotify playlist because that's very long. So if you want, I can just do that. I love a lot of music. What books are you into reading-wise? I don't read a lot actually because I already have to read a lot for my classes, so I don't really read a lot. And I find it hard to read because I find it hard to focus on the words. I space out a lot, so there's not really any books that I'm reading right now and that I'm interested in reading. How far are you into your studying now? So I'm definitely not far into it because I do have college ahead of me. So I already mentioned what grade I'm in, and so I have a few years left of high school before I go to college, and since I'm doing extra classes, the college might be cut a little short, hopefully. So I'm not really sure how many years I have left, actually, but quite a bit. What's your favorite childhood cartoon? I watched a lot of cartoons. Cartoon Network had a lot that I watched. Unfortunately, while I was growing up, they did a lot of Teen Titan Go reruns, like 24/7. They had those episodes playing like all day. So I didn't have a lot to watch besides that. And it was basically brain rot for, my age, childhood-wise, because it was just basically a parody of Teen Titans, the original. So that was what I watched a lot of the time, but I didn't like it that much just because it was brain rot. I loved SpongeBob. Sophia the First was maybe one that I did watch a lot. That's mostly what I can think of right now, because there was one called, what was it called? Uncle Grandpa? Is that what it was called? Uncle Grandpa, Grandpa. Something like that. That was really funny when I was a kid. Which season do you like? I think I prefer fall or autumn the most, just because I like the leaves and I like that it's usually cooler. Second would probably be winter, just because it's cold. I like colder weather than hotter weather. Any weird talent you have? This is embarrassing. I can make really annoying sounds randomly, like screams and voices that it's kind of awkward to do. Okay, if you've seen my Genshin playing videos, you might hear some of those weird voices that I made. So if you want to hear them, go watch those. I have like 2 or 3 videos where I played Genshin. They didn't get a lot of views, so I just stopped doing it. And I did do some of those voices there, so if you are curious, go check those out. The last question is, drum roll, how old are you? I am 16 years old. Wow. Yes, I am 16. I did make a video a while back, months around January, I would say. I did all of my birthday presents. So in that video, I did say that I was 16. Thank you so much, lovelies, for subscribing and for supporting me. I really enjoyed making this video, and I look forward to making more content with you guys in the future. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.